Okay, hello everybody and welcome to Vaidya's Chess Hub. And by the way, today we are going to look at the snaps that you have shared with me. But we have three things to do today. First, we will go through the feedback, and I'm going to start with Vihang because he's not feeling well. So let's just relieve him first. Later, we will take a look at the snaps, and finally, I want today to go through some positions from Chess Base database, and we will try to do at least 5 tactical positions, at least 5. We have to stop today at 1 o'clock exactly. So let's get started first with the feedback, and the feedback for Vihang comes first. Now, the feedback for you, Vihang, is that you tend to overlook your pins. This is your performance in the tournament. You finished on the podium. I'm very proud of you for that, 100%. But what happens is that you tend to overlook a little bit as far as the pins are concerned. This is the main thing I want to share with you. Let me show you your game. The only game you lost was against Durvang. So this is the game, and you are playing the white pieces. You had to resign here. You played with the white pieces, and it was a good game, by the way, where you said that you are going to go for the English opening. Everything was going smooth up until this point where there was a pin that you overlooked, and that happened for the second time. Even against the game against Datta last week, I saw that you tried for the exchange sacrifice or something, but it doesn't really work. Now look at what happened here. When he played this Queen C8 move, you thought that you could play Bishop A6 and attack the Queen. However, what you overlooked was this Rook on B1 that's hanging. And clearly you have about a minute and 50 seconds, 2 minutes almost. Black has 1 minute and 50, but you have 2 minutes and 6 seconds at this point. So that's something that we need to look into. So as far as Vihang is concerned, this is very important that you take a look properly at your hanging pieces, or specifically look at the pins. In this position, unfortunately, you played Bishop A6 and you lost a free rook. The first move here is, well, I think you brought the bishop back. Rook would have been just taken, and then you would have lost the bishop as well. So you brought the bishop back rightly. Very important, guys. If you would have blocked with the rook, rook takes rook will be a check, and after rook takes, then this bishop would be hanging. So he brought the bishop back. But then what happened, unfortunately, was that this bishop is just a goner. This is just a lost position. The computer says it's minus 15. So overall, yes, you finished third. You played well, Vihang. But my suggestion is that you should watch out for the hanging pieces and the pin. So Vihang, now that is all I had to say. If you are now still not feeling well, you should definitely go ahead and rest. Okay. So be careful and watch for your hanging pieces. I'm typing that out for you. Be alert on pins. That's, I think, what Vihang should definitely take into account. And after this, now, if you want to leave, Vihang, you can. That's the only feedback I have. The next feedback is for Kavish 4K. I'm sure Kavish is here with us. Kavish did say hi to me. So let us take a look at his performance. Well, the one thing that I keep telling Kavish is that he plays very fast. Kavish, I have been told by your dad that... Oh, thank you so much for the congratulations. We all deserve that congratulations. We all as a team are doing well. We are looking eagerly for that 1K mark. All right, Arya Sonic, welcome. Manas, you are late, but it's okay. You shouldn't be actually, but then welcome anyway. You've not missed much. So, Kavish, your dad tells me that you probably think that when I don't take your name on Sundays, you think that you're playing really well. Well, I'm sorry to say that you're not playing very well. Kavish, you must definitely play slowly. Well, here is a sample of that. This is your game. This is Kavish versus Kshitij. Kavish, of course, lost. And checkmate. White just won the game. And let's go to the end. Let's go right to the end. So Kavish, look at what I'm saying here. I want you to look at how miserably you play. So if Kavish is here, and especially if his dad or mom is watching with us, then this is the time. I'm specifically taking his name now because this is a constant feedback for Kavish. He plays, he has some talent, but he just plays too hastily and loses games like this. Now you can see that this is checkmate. The game is over. And look at this part here, just below the square A8. 2 minutes and 45 seconds remaining. I repeat, 2 minutes and 45 seconds remaining. Kavish, what's up, buddy? What's up? What's the rush? Where do you want to go? What train do you have to catch? So I really have no respect for such guys who don't respect the game. Play according to the time control. You used 15 seconds of your time, man. That's an ultra bullet game. Kavish, if you're listening, you should type something in the chat. You're not playing an ultra bullet game. You're playing a 3+2 game. Play the 3+2 game like the 3+2 game. You have 2 minutes and 45 seconds remaining and you get checkmated like that, and you think that playing a lot of games will bring about improvement. Well, that's not how it works. How you play matters. In 15 seconds, you lost to Young. Sorry, this game is against Datta. In 15 seconds. Now let's see. Let's take a look at the last move. Okay. This is the last move of your opponent. This is the last move of your opponent. So he has just brought the bishop back. So bishop and queen are definitely eyeing this h7 square. And with the time that you have at hand, what do, Kavish? You castle. So that Datta can nicely checkmate you without a doubt. Now what kind of chess is that? And this is just one game, Kavish. This is just one game. I'm clearly waiting for the hub to reopen because I need to personally sort this out with you. This is not the first Sunday where I'm telling you, Kavish, that you have to play slowly. This is clearly not the first time. But I just thought that maybe, your parents said that if I don't take your name, you think everything is going very fine. And I will not take your sorry just for the sake of saying it if you're saying it. Okay. So, Soumitra, don't defend him. 3+2 doesn't mean that you play with 15 seconds. I can understand 3+2 time control is tricky. I have said that myself many a times. But that does not mean that Kavish should play with 15 seconds to spare, 15 minutes, seconds only used. With 2 minutes and 45 seconds left to spare. And this is a regular thing that Kavish does, regardless of 5+3 or 3+2. So Kavish, make it a point that next time, don't just say sorry. This will not help things. I cleanly watch your games. There is no way that, I'm not aware of what you're doing. It's just that you have to improve on this point. My next feedback is for Mohit as well. Mohit and Avdut, the next feedback is for you. You are also the culprits of playing very fast, and I will show you, Avdut especially, how fast and how carelessly you play. This is your game against Vihang. Okay, this is your game. This is Avdut versus Vihang. Avdut lost this game. And Avdut, just look at the time you have. 1 minute and 40 seconds almost to spare. We have been telling this to you and telling this to you and telling this to you that you have to learn how to use time. So if you continue playing like this, then I'm sorry, you cannot bring about the desired improvement. This bishop and this rook and the knight look silly. Absolutely silly. So Avdut, this is a constant feedback. You have to play slowly. Otherwise, you cannot bring about some serious improvement. The other fellow is Mohit. So Mohit, just take a look at your game. This is again you versus Vihang. And let's see how you lost the queen here. You will really be sorry. This is the position, Mohit versus Vihang. Vihang is black, Mohit you are white. And Mohit, what Vihang played in this position was he played this bishop to g4, which means that this rook is attacking your queen. And believe me, you played h3. Mohit Patil, what's up? You played h3 and you just gave your queen. Take a look at the time. Take a look at the time. You have 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. What's up? I mean, this is something that, I don't like. This is something that I really, as a coach, I'm not happy at such things. Your opponent just moved the bishop out of the way, unleashing a discovered attack on the rook. You have 2 minutes to think about what just happened, but you think you know everything, and you played h3, and Vihang said, "Thank you very much for the queen." So this is it. Kavish, Avdut, Mohit, even Avnish More, you continue to play fast. So don't expect me to take your name every time. That is silly. I will not take your name every time. Avnish More, I see your hi sir in the chat. I'm sure you are with us. This is same feedback for you. So don't expect me to take your name every time. It is not a moment of glory. You have to learn how to play slowly, and clearly this is not impressive. Something that you must improve. Well, we had a new player, and he is from Kalyan, and he lost to Soumitra, but importantly, he played well to finish fourth. That's a very good performance. I'm not sure he is with us in the chat, so I'm going to just skip to the next feedback. But he played well. He joined us. He is from Kalyan, and he joined us to play the tournament. Wanted to see how good he is, and he is going to be in the hub later. Alan, let's talk about you. You played really well, and I want to congratulate Alan because he gave me the feedback that Sanchit offered him a draw. Now I am told that Sanchit is not with us, but I think Avdut is with us, or maybe Samartha. I saw his hi sir. So Samartha, if you are with us, man, tell Sanchit if it's below 1700, he cannot offer a draw. And I'm talking about this game. Alan versus Sanchit. You can clearly see here that white is Durvang, that is Sanchit, and he's offered a draw, and Alan declined the draw. Under 1700, you cannot offer a draw, and that was agreed. Sanchit, next time I won't allow you to play. I may just ask you to leave the team or something. It's very serious. We agreed that you will not offer a draw under 1700. So Samartha, please communicate that message to him. He offered a draw and Alan rightly declined it. Okay. Now, the next feedback. Mind you, the next one is for Kshitij. Kshitij, you don't have to be sorry because, yes, the connection was not proper. There was power failure in some parts, and then there was bad weather. Across the state, it was like that day. It was really horrible. So don't be sorry. Whatever you did. And I appreciate Soumitra because he was the one after, he won the match against you because you could not make a move. He was not happy to take a victory like that. Soumitra was very clear that it's not fair. He did not play. We did not have a fair game. That is something, juniors, that you can learn from Soumitra. He is always very clear about this. Something that I like about Soumitra is that he takes into account how the victories come. By disconnection or the opponent just leaving the game, that's not fair. There should be a good game, and then you win, then you can call it your victory. So Soumitra, very good. And Kshitij, you don't have to be sorry. You did the best, whatever you could do. So I'm very happy at that. Alan, congratulations, you finished on the podium. Now here is a homework to all of you. What you have to do is you have to tell me how many trophies everybody everybody has in his cabinet here. Let me show you my profile here. Now you're taking a look at my profile. I will show you my profile. Okay, this is it. Now what I want is I want you to tell me how many tournaments trophies you have. So for example, okay, here you go. I got the first prize 3 months ago. Again, first prize here, the Blitz Championship Arena, first out of 16, and then first out of 27 in Champions Arena. So I want this as a homework, okay, done by all of you. I want you to tell me as to how many trophies you have. Now this is my best result page. This is my best result page. I'm going to probably, 1 second. Let me readjust it so that you can see everything clearly. Okay, there you go. So now you can see things clearly. That second out of 262, then first out of 117, first out of 81, These are my best results. So my point is, everybody now this week you should also similarly give me a feedback about your trophy winning efforts, and it will really be better if it is something outside of our hub. The list that I am showing, of course, includes the tournaments outside the hub as well. So it's very important that you do this homework. And I think the remaining feedback is what I will give subsequently, because even I wasn't able to watch the tournament completely because of the bad streaming and bad connection. These are the points that I could highlight so far. So at the moment, let us shift our focus to the snaps that we want to share, and then we will go to our tactical session. Please let me know whose Bappa is this. Kindly in the chat, let me know, guys. Let me know in the chat. This is a lovely garniture. Who has sent me this first image? Just let me know, guys. Let me know. This is something really nice, and some lovely images here. If the student is here, please let me know. Otherwise, I'll move to the next one. Just amazing. Look at the decoration. Celebration was totally done with all pomp and glory. Of course, limitations were there this time thanks to this COVID-19, but the devotion was the same. Anyway, let's proceed to the next then. Now this one was the Rangoli done by Pooja ma'am. This one was done by Pooja ma'am. How beautiful. She created Ganesha using Rangoli. Nice. Of course, she didn't use any instrument to perfect it. This is just freehand Rangoli. Beautiful indeed. So that was Arya. Okay, Arya Sonic. Really, really impressive, man. Fantastic. And Pooja ma'am has done a stunning job here. Really nice. Now who is this guy? We know him. Surely. Who is he? Is he the one who used to play fast but probably has learned to control speed? Yes, that's Rudra Mukadam for you. And he's praying very sincerely. I think he's praying to Bappa so that he can gift him some patience. It's amazing. Very nice indeed. I hope, Rudra, you recollect whether the Aarti was in progress or was it personal? Who sent me this image? Lovely indeed. The idol is very cute indeed, and the garland is just adorning the idol. Really, really spectacular images. So heartening. Very nice indeed. Guys, wonderful indeed. Just send me on WhatsApp, guys, your accomplishments. Send them on WhatsApp. Don't forget about that right now, Jay. 19 wins or whatever they are. Just for the moment, just forget it. Okay. I think this is the same image, is it not? But this looks like a close-up and this is zoomed out. So, Kavish, I think, is it? Next one, please. Who sent me this image? We will really hope that we get relief from this pandemic soon. It's enough. It's almost September and we all have endured enough. You kids especially, I feel sorry for you guys. You're supposed to be outside playing. You're supposed to be in the school. You're supposed to be with your friends. All you did this year 2020 was stay home, be online. Let Bappa take care of everything. And who is this guy? Who is this Pandit Ji? Who is this Ustad? Tabla Maestro along with chess. Reyansh has made a very nice point. He says that I've forgotten faces. That's not Tanishq. That's not Tanishq. Jay, what happened? Yes, Saumitra, he is Rupak. Chinmay is right. Vihang is right. No doubt about it. He is Rupak. And Rupak, that reminds me that your name Rupak is based on the tabla rhythm Rupak, is it not? It has 7 beats to it. Rupak. I think it's Titina, Dhina, Dhina. 7 beats there. That's why your name is Rupak. Yes, Rudra is right. Ustad Rupak. My God, were you playing for the Aarti when the Aarti was in progress? What's up? I don't think Vihang shared his image this time. He's not keeping well. I'm not sure. And this one is also very special. I think one of our students has handmade this. This is very special indeed. I am very appreciative of the things kids do. This is brilliant. Jay, is this you, Jay? Who did this? Chinmay. Okay, this one is Chinmay. Alright, Chinmay, very good effort. Really, Vihang? So was Samartha right, Vihang? Was that previous one your Bappa? Samartha did mention. He did mention you. Nice creation, by the way. Chinmay, again I'll say this is very thoughtful. So was this some kind of workshop or something? How did you do this? Did you attend some workshop? Was this taught in an online class or something? Okay, this is a zoomed out photo, but look at the preparations. This is really impressive as far as the preparation is concerned. This is nice. Look at the preparation. As I said, in full pomp and glory. Oh, it was Spidey's. Alan, this is very important, especially in the state of Maharashtra. This is the Ganesha Chaturthi celebration. So what they do, Alan, is that we guys bring the Ganesha idol home and we celebrate it for 10 days. We pray and we get together. There are sweets made and we, there are, of course, it's very religious. There are prayers sung. And this time everybody prayed for one thing, that we should get riddance from this COVID-19 nonsense. So I hope, Alan, that told you something about this festival. It's a big thing here in Maharashtra. Of course, overall in India, but especially so in Maharashtra. In the state of Maharashtra. So we bring these Ganesh idols home. It's very special. In fact, Alan, my name Amaya is Lord Ganesha's name. That's something nice. Students, did you know that? Guys, let me know. Did you know this? So very important that your sir is named Amaya, and Amaya is name of Lord Ganesha. Very important this. So those who did not know this, well, that's great that now today you know this. Wonderful indeed. All right, let's move on to the next one. Well, this is a nice setup. So Bappa has been given a place in the skies on the moon, and nice decoration there. Alan, the decoration of Bappa is something in your context. I can say it is something like the crib you create during Christmas for Jesus, something like that. So I hope now that, well, do we have the 21? Okay, but this time at Lalbagh Bihang, I believe they suspended it for this year. Whose decoration is this, by the way? Who was given Bappa this wonderful position? Okay. Whose Bappa is this? A nice temple created. This one, please. I think it looks like Lord Ganesha's idol in Anybody? No idea? Let's proceed then. This is also very, very ostentatious. Very ostentatious. Oh yes, Saumitra, I believe, has a lot of fun because Pune is a big time, the celebrations there are big time. Absolutely, absolutely. Saumitra, really, someday, I'm going to be there especially for the Visarjan there. I hope that you will show me around places in Pune. Saumitra, do we have a deal here? Someday I'll be there, some year, and surely... Oh, this is Vihang's. Okay. This decoration is by Vihang. Vihang is fantastic. Very, 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 very super. Saumitra, if you are listening to me, some year for the Visarjan, the immersion procession, I'll be there. You could show me around and we could enjoy the procession together. Let me know. Deal, yeah? Absolutely brilliant this. Vihang, I hope that you help people create this. Now, Vihang, I hope you help people, not just that your sister and your parents did this. I hope your contribution was not just eating modaks. I'm sure, Vihang, you helped. Samitra says he lives out on the outskirts of Pune. So, yeah. Surely, I mean, come on, we could go there together. Sure. And Vihang is now saying, of course, he's helped people in creating this. Next one, please. Again, very nice display. I think that we have the Avengers series here. Come on, guys, take a look at this. Now, Avengers series, do you see Captain America there or Flash or somebody there? Come on, let me know. What's this idea? He has tanks there, then he has some kind of a fort there. Who's this? Yes, this is totally Avengers. Is that what? Who are those characters? Fill me in there. Yeah, you can see army there as well. My goodness. Sagar, is that you? Yes, this is Sagar. Sagar, brilliant setup. But then you are showing that Bappa is just above all. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant setup. You put all your toys at work there. Black Panther, okay. There's Black Panther, yeah, sure. People are saying that it's Avengers is their favorite or second favorite. Okay. Brilliant. Sagar, nice. I hope that the remaining decoration was eco-friendly. Guys, I must say, just try to let it, be eco-friendly or something like that. Yeah, there is a ladder there. And who made this? This is again beautiful. All the kids are very, very talented. I must say, this is really impressive. And is it Prajna? I think, is this Prajna? I want to know. I think Prajna also created the idol. So, not sure. So sweet, so cute. Prajna, I don't think Prajna is with us, guys. I think she sent this, but it's done really, really in a very cute manner. Look at the jewel on the crown there. Beautiful. Good effort. It takes efforts, guys, to create such things. Just magnificent. Very pretty, very beautiful. Reyansh is sure that I think it's Prajna's. Pooja ma'am, you are with us. Let me know if this is Prajna's because I believe you and Prajna stay in the same building. Pooja ma'am, let us know please. You and Prajna stay in the same building. I think they stay in the same building. They practice chess also together. So if you know, please let us know, Pooja ma'am. Again, we are back to number 1. So fantastic. Well done indeed. I thoroughly enjoyed sharing some images. Of course, there are so many I could not share all. but then it was fun. And now immediately what we are going to do is go to our chess base, and this is our first position. I intend to do at least 5 positions. Your thinking time is going to be 3 minutes, and this is important because this is from the chess base database. So I want you to calculate this thoroughly. I'm not going to provide you with arrows today. Very, very important. No arrows today, guys. You don't have the arrows. So go ahead and find out. It's white to play here. 3 minutes is what you have. All the best. Okay, the time is up, and Alan, I think, was the first to say that it is actually mate in 5, and so precise, Alan. That is just brilliant. This is mate in 5. Guys, this is mate in 5. Absolutely right. And the calculation also is very precise. His bishop takes g7 check. The king has nowhere to go except to take the bishop, so this is forced. And then you have queen to e5 check. I think that is very important calculation. Queen e5 check. King g6 is almost, not almost, it is forced. King h6 is one of the options, but then it's made faster that way. We'll come to that. Queen g6, queen f5 check. Then there is eventually king to h6, queen f6 check, and mate with a pawn now. g4 is just checkmate. However, if at this check, if king goes to h6, it is mate faster. Why do I say that? Because again, now you have queen f6 check, king h5, and g4 is just checkmate. Let's take a look at it again. Guys, I'm telling you today's positions, very important, very, very important, okay? Queen g4, if you play that first, is not good. It's not the best move. because you will miss a forced checkmate combination. Kshitij, if you play queen g4 first, it is winning. It is winning, no doubt about it. It is winning. But there is a forced checkmate. Bishop takes g7, king takes, and then queen e5 check, and then eventually, of course, you lead the king to h6, and then the queen check and pawn delivering the checkmate. We all know how embarrassing that is when pawn delivers a checkmate. Man, that is embarrassing. When the pawn does that, that's really, really bad. Keep account of how many you score. Yes, rubbing salt on wounds. That is absolutely right, Rayansh. First position is out of the way. Let's go to the second position. This is the second position, and this is black to play. So I'm going to flip the board here. This is black to play, guys. Black to play, not white to play. This one is black to play. And your 3 minutes countdown. Start now. Okay, the time is up, and we have good answers. Wonderful, brilliant indeed. I'm really impressed by the calculation by all of you almost. However, there is just one intricate detail that after queen takes g3, well, yes, if king takes the queen, if king takes g3, well, then there is bishop e5 mate, and this looks extraordinary, is it not? I mean, look at this mate. Just looks impossible, but it is that way. No square to go. Bishop e5 is just killing. However, if after this queen takes g3, well, what happens if king g1? What happens if king h1? Now, here is the thing. If king g1, then there is again bishop e5, and this time the mate is unstoppable. You can do the calculation at home. It is mate in 3 from here. And if king h1, then there is no forced checkmate. But believe me, the move is rook f2 and the game is over. Because the best move for white in this situation is to take the rook and give away the queen. That's the best move in this position. There is no other way because the mate threat is very clear. Let's say if white tries to save the mate like this, you have the forced checkmate in 2. You don't have to take the queen here. This is the most interesting point in this position, guys. You don't have to take the queen here. In this position, if the mate is stopped by rook g1, now it is mate in 2 after queen h4 check, bishop blocking the check, and queen takes h3 is just checkmate. This is just brilliant. You don't even have to take that queen. So all in all, queen takes g3 was the first move, which most of you told. I'm very, very impressed with this. This is really crushing. And again, keep a track on how many points you got. Fine, fine, fine. No problem. So from the next position, I will grant you 4 minutes. No problem. But make sure that you do precise thinking. Okay. 4 minutes for the next 3 positions. Okay. We have to stop at 1 today precisely, guys. Got some work later. So let's see what we have next. Next position is, I will have to flip the board again. It is white to play here. And this is also a very interesting position. It is white to play, not black to play. All right, your time starts. Okay, wait a minute. Let me make it 4 minutes as promised. Yeah, 4 minutes it is. Enjoy. All right, the time is up. Again, some wonderful comments, some wonderful calculation. Now here, guys, the most important thing to take into account is that this bishop actually kind of indirectly protects the rook if he goes on b5. Then if rook takes, then bishop takes back. So it looks okay. Now another thing is people are suggesting bishop c6, but then what happens is rook takes bishop and rook takes bishop and still it's okay. The winning move is what Alan suggested. The idea is definitely to play rook a2. Rook a3 will also do, but rook a2 is even better. And this position is by Alexander Alakine. So somebody whom I appreciate a lot, and Alakine defense is what I play with black. Of course, here he is white. He's playing with the white pieces here. This is his position. So what rook a2 does is that now this bishop has nowhere to go. For example, what I said earlier was that the bishop could provide protection on b5. If you take the rook, then he takes. But that doesn't work now, because if now black tries bishop b5, well, he is going to play c takes b5, and suddenly now the bishop's protecting this rook. And that's what is the beauty of this position. And so now if the rook moves, if this pawn will be lost, everything is hanging everywhere, winning everything everywhere. Also, the other thing after rook a2 is that the bishop really cannot go to any place else where the rook will probably find protection. So let's say if black keeps the position as it is and tries to bring the king into the game, well, then f3 is an important principle of pawn advances. This bishop now has just become immovable. By the way, king f1 going along this route will also work. However, f3 works stronger. Eventually now what will happen is that our king will come up the board with this bishop completely neutralized with this structure, and white will go on surely to win the game. This is quite tough position. This is incredible if you did calculate rook a3 or rook a2. So rook a2 is better. Rook a3 is also winning, by the way. Rook a3 is also winning, but not the bishop move first. You can analyze this in the engines later. Let's go to the next position. The positions are interesting today. I think this is our fourth position, and this one is white to play. So I'm looking at it from the right perspective. Seniors, I want your calculation done precisely here. You have 4 minutes to do this. 4 minutes, okay, to do this. Do as precise and as in-depth calculation as you can. Only queen and bishop on the board. Let's see how precisely you can calculate. Enjoy. Okay, the time is up, and this is indeed a very famous position that all masters will show you, and that is why I think here what Alan is saying could be correct, that he's seen this at one of the shows elsewhere. This is a very famous position. That's why I want my students to know this, and it is indeed so famous that every player, every good player knows this and will try to teach his students as well. Well, as far as this position is concerned, it's a very tricky position. Of course, Pooja ma'am, your answer was deadly. If queen takes f7, why will the king go to h8? King can just take the queen, right? Surely. So that's not going to work. Bishop f5 is completely winning. And why is that winning? It's because if black just simply goes for the exchange, well, we don't have to exchange because queen b8 is mate in the next move. Because bishop will just block the check and mate. That's it. That's game over. So that's definitely calculated. So he cannot go for bishop takes bishop. However, black has one check. Notice how queen and bishop have nicely covered up this checking squares. So the only check black can give is queen a1 if black chooses to give the check. Then there is king h2, and notice now black has no check. Black has no check, and the threat still stands. If bishop takes bishop, again queen b8 is just the same checkmate as we saw earlier. So even now bishop cannot, our bishop is immune. And if he doesn't take, then we will take. By the way, the sad part is that bishop cannot move to safety because again the same threat is check again. Bishop will have to block and the checkmate. So bishop cannot move. So if that's the case, then there's only one way to protect. There is only one way to protect. And maybe black can try queen c3 or something like that. That's also a valid try. But then this bishop is completely lost. It's pinned, it's attacked twice, and there is only one support. Plus, what is horrible is black still has no checks. Our king is so super safe that black has no check. I think this is the most important point of this position, that black has no checks. The bishop is gone, the game will be over. Another thing that is a possibility is black goes for queen to f6, because black might think that, hey, if now you think bishop is free, I've pinned your queen. That's winning for black. So now black has also pinned the bishop. But now look at the beauty of this position. Now you play bam, queen c7. Now this means that this bishop will be again attacked twice. Black still has no checks. And the thing is, the bishop still cannot move. Let's say if the bishop still tries to go somewhere, again there is queen b8 and still the same checkmate threat is applicable. This is just incredible. This is just incredible. So just remember all the calculations here. Queen b8 is still the threat, and that is why let's take a look at the position again. Bishop f5. If black takes the bishop, then there is queen b8 followed by checkmate the next move. So bishop cannot be taken. If queen a1 check, then king h2, and there are no more checks. After this, if black tries to give support to the bishop, then there is queen b8 and the bishop is gone. Okay, the bishop is a goner. If queen f6 is tried to pin the bishop, then there is wonderful queen c7. And again that bishop is attacked twice. And here, let's say black can try one more thing. Why not? Well, black can try a check here. Queen takes h4 check. Then there is king h1, and again there is no more check. And the bishop is already attacked twice, completely losing. Also, what if black plays g6 to stop the checkmate, back rank checkmate? In that case, is queen c8 check. Then king g7, and simply bishop retreats and white emerges a piece up in this position. It's a very, very important position. All of you, I thought, should know. And we will go to our next position, please. This is black to play, so I'm going to flip the board. And this is our last position then. This is black to play, not white to play. And your countdown started. 4 minutes. It is black to play, guys. Okay, the time is up, and there were some nitty-gritties about this position, guys. I'll share them with you. The winning move is definitely rook e1 check, but there is something else to it which is very important to remember. If rook takes rook happens, then there is no doubt that you will first, instead of first taking the queen, you will definitely take the rook first. I think that's a very important calculation. Then king h2, and then queen takes b5 check is just as good. Mind you, if white then thinks that this is a very good check, well, it's not, because then this rook is with the queen's protection, comes back to save it. Also, after this check, let's say king goes to x2 first. Now it is very important to know what to do. This is the point where you have to do all that calculation. One thing is for sure here, guys, that you don't want to play queen takes b5 here, because queen takes b5 and then rook takes b5. This position is just equal. It's just simply an exchange. So now it is very important if you know how to continue from this position. If rook takes rook after the first check is fine. What happens in this position is that you must play the winning move, queen to g6. The logic of this is that you're threatening checkmate with the bishop, and the other threat you've created is that your rook and your queen both are attacking this rook on b1. Now you have to be honest here and calculate this. The queen g6, very important is queen g6. You will not win this position if you play anything else. Guys, please be honest about it. Look at this queen g6 move. It threatens checkmate on g2. So the point is that if queen takes g2 is protected, then that rook on b1 is hanging. Avnish, don't tell me, please see my answer. I am not going to tell you that I have seen all the answers. Don't tell me that. Focus on what I am showing you here. Even if you type it 5 times, it's okay. Just type it once, I will see your answer. Don't tell me that. This queen g6 move is very important because it threatens checkmate on g2, and also the rook and the queen both attack b1. It is absolutely important that you understand the intricacy involved here, or intricacies involved here. Alright, it is time for us to stop. And here, of course, I've told you g3 will stop the mate, but again the rook is lost, is it not? So in this position, if you are going to stop the mate by playing g3, your queen takes b1, you are a rook up. If queen takes queen, then rook takes. We are clearly a rook up here. So you can either stop the mate, or the rook on b1 will be lost, something like that. We will stop for now. It has been wonderful bringing this session to you. Now we will meet on Tuesday, where you have the tournament, the under 1400, I believe, and the other seniors could get a chance to play with me. So we'll stop for now. Please take care. Thanks for joining in.